All right, guys, we are here and it is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy to be here with you today. We are daydreaming for some snow this weekend. Happy to be here with you guys. Brad with Huntington County Storm Chasers. You're here with Huntington County Weather News. We are doing it this weekend for the Winter Storm Watch in effect for this weekend. Here to talk about the snowfall that's coming up. I've been working diligently behind the scenes to get you accurate information on what's going on. So first thing we're going to talk about is the Winter Storm Watch that's coming up here. So we're going to talk about that a little bit here as we look at this, what they're calling for. They kind of upgraded it a little bit. It says total snow accumulations between 2 and 6 inches possible. Portions of northern Indiana, southwest Michigan, northwest Ohio. Travel could be very difficult to impossible. Hazardous conditions could impact the Thursday evening and Friday morning commutes, and again, late Friday through Sunday afternoon. So this will update again come Saturday. So timing on this is Saturday. Once we get into the 1 o'clock time frame, this is when everything's going to start. So we got a chance of snow and then snow. High is 32 degrees on Saturday. That's what we're talking about. And what we're dealing with coming into this is going to start to cool the ground just enough. We've been dealing with some of those lake effect snow flurries that we've been seeing lately. Hopefully you've been able to enjoy those a little bit. But tomorrow we're going to have that nice sunshine. It's going to warm the ground up a little bit, but then it's going to get down to 17 degrees Friday night. I've actually been looking into that a little bit, seeing maybe possibly down to 16 degrees, maybe even 15. We got somebody in the comments already. Hello and happy Thanksgiving to you. I'm a little under the weather still. Been fighting a little bit of a sinus infection, so hopefully I'm not scaring anybody away. But then we're only going to warm up to 32 degrees. We're going to be cloudy, so the ground's going to stay nice and cold. So the snow's going to have a chance to stick pretty quickly. So what we're looking at is right after the 1 o'clock time frame, snow's going to start coming in. Saturday, we're looking at 2 to 4 inches, and then new snow accumulation 3 to 5 inches Saturday night. Now we're going to dig into this a little bit because it's kind of tricky the way they have this worded and the way they're talking about the wind. So we're going to kind of dig into a couple models here, and we're going to talk about what I'm seeing and the reason that I'm kind of a little worried about what the models are showing as far as snow totals are going and where my snow totals are coming from. So we're going to dig into that a little bit here. I'm going to get my ugly mug off the screen. I thought I did that already, but we're going to do that real quick. And then I got a couple funny pictures to share with you guys. So this right here, so keep in mind, since daylight savings time, you'll see this Zulu time right here. It says 06, so we'll subtract 5 hours off that. So that is 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So we will actually back off of that. I'm actually going to get rid of the music. I apologize. So we'll back off of that to when this is going to start. So you see that's 18. So this is going to be about 6 o'clock. So you take 5 hours off that. So about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to start seeing those snow showers come in. And then things really start to ramp up. One of the things they've really been concerned about is where that rain snow line is going to exist as it comes in. So, but most of the weather models are really having that really start to stick south of us. And I'm not really thinking that it's going to stay that far below in the state. So then we kind of see that sweep through the state. Now this model, and I don't think really any of the models really give it a good grip on what this is actually going to look like. So we saw from the National Weather Service, you can see some of those heavier blues. So this has the rain, excuse me, coming all the way up the 24 corridor there. So this is going to give us a little less on the snow totals there if that happens. So that's what we'll have to keep in mind there. But I don't think that's really going to be the case. So we'll have to keep that in mind as we go through. Looks like we're going through this model. We should be good. Kind of scroll down a little bit here. And then we come through. So this is a little bit more closer to what I was looking at. And you can see those heavier blues as they come through there. And then right across the I-70 is really where I'm expecting that rain line to set up. So sorry if you're in the southern area of the state, but that's going to probably primarily stay rain with a little bit of a mix down there. Anything above that should be primarily snow. So we'll come down here, get into what we're looking at as far as the snowfall will look like. And I clicked on the wrong one. So what I'm looking at is total snowfall. This isn't actually what we're looking at, what's going to actually stick and hit the ground. And we're going to get into that a little bit here in just a second. So this is where we get into a little bit technicalities, right? So don't get scared by the map, folks, but this is realistic. We're close enough. The models are starting to agree a little bit, but you can see right there in Huntington County, there's a sharp cutoff between the 7, 8 up here in the far northeast, all the way down. You got 4 very down over here somewhere. So we're 5 into 7s up here. So don't be afraid of that. I don't think we're going to have that sharp of a cutoff here in the county. And I know we got some people from Cass County over here looking. Your guys are also in the 7 range. So what we look for in the meteorology category is the snow depth change. So that's going to give us more of an actual glimpse of what is actually going to stick to the ground and how that's going to look. Okay, so if we kind of fast forward here, a little glimpse through time. Now we can't look at the HRRR to see what the model's actually picking up in the atmosphere out past a little bit. So we're looking 3s and 4s, right? And then Cass County over here, you're about in the 4. Now, I had to whip out the calculator, and I still have it here next to me to do a little bit of math. So if we look over here on the left side of the screen, you see it says 10-to-1 on the ratio. And I'm going to show you why that's a little bit of a problem. So we'll go over here to the surface and precipitation. And I'm going to apologize for my voice because, like I said, I'm still a little bit sick. If you know anything about snowfall, it can be tricky to talk about because one thing that happens with snowfall is it tends to evaporate a little bit as it falls from the clouds before it gets to this to the ground. So what we look at is what's called the dew point. So the closer the dew point is, or the higher the dew point is in the temperature, the heavier the snowfall can be and the bigger the snowflakes can be. So as we get to that overnight time frame, and we know we're going to be down in around the mid-20s overnight Saturday, and we see this area right here is where that snowfall is starting to kick in, and we see where those dew points are increasing. So that is really good for our overall snowfall potential, which is going to put us maybe closer to that 15-to-1. And then, you know, we also look at our relative humidity and what is our overall moisture potential once we get into that Saturday time frame. So we see that we have a little bit of drier air at first, and then as Friday kicks in, then Saturday, and then we have a little bit of a river of moisture coming through. So you guys see that right there. That's going to really, that's where that snowfall is going to come through. And I mean, we have the dew points, and then we have the dew points to back that up. We have the humidity to back that up. All the ingredients are there for a very heavy snowfall. So that's why that winter storm watch is in effect, and that's going to be updated as we get a little closer to that Saturday time frame. And you can see that low pressure right here over the Lake Michigan area. And guys, 98, 99% humidity during snowfall. It's going to be absolutely beautiful if you're going to be up overnight Saturday into Sunday. It's going to be good looking snowfall. So big wet snowflakes is going to happen around that time. and it's going to be absolutely beautiful. So that's why, if you're looking at your weather app and everything, this here is also going to generally be, I hate to use the word AI generated, but that's kind of what it is. It's automatically generated and updated. So that's where this is coming from. So during the evening time frame, so post 1 o'clock on Saturday to about 10 o'clock, we're going to see about 2 to 4 inches overnight. Sunday or Saturday into Sunday morning, that's where we're going to get that 3 to 5 inches. And that's where that's where we're going to get into our snow map. Excuse me. I thought I had a bottle of water in here. I don't. I'm trying to shake this. I've been dealing with it for a couple days. I'm coming to the end of it, but so let's get in here and let's kick the rest of this snow map out here, and I'm going to give you my best prediction so far. And I'm going to say, keep this in mind. This is not a perfect world, and this could change between now and then. A little bit of a fluctuation could change. But as far as my math has proven, I'm saying right now, this is probably the most accurate map that I'm seeing as far as snowfall goes. Now, over here in this area, I'm not 100%. Now, so this is going to catch some of that back moisture from Lake Michigan. So there is possible for an extra inch or two back here. I don't believe Cass County is going to be at 9. I'm going to say probably 8 over here. Huntington, I'm definitely feeling pretty comfortable around 7 for us. So 7 inches here in Huntington, 8 inches in Cass County. So if we put a line right here, so I don't know if I have the ability to make a map at this point on this. So, but if I had to draw a line right here, I would make this whole area right here about 8 inches. And then I would make the cutoff for 7 just below that. So that's what I'm looking at right now, guys. So for Huntington and up around Fort Wayne proper, I'm going to put us in a 7-inch bubble right there. So, and then as we get down this area, this is all way out of bonkers down here. Like I said, we're going to have a rain cutoff right around in this area. And this is primarily going to be rain down in this area, guys. So that's unfortunate for those that are down there. Now, there is another thing that I'd like to also mention as we get into next week. This is a 24-hour snowfall map, so it may not show it all that well. Oops. Wednesday, Tuesday. So as we get overnight, Monday into Tuesday, just keep in mind we are not done yet. We have a little additional snow clipper system coming in as it sits a little lower to our south. We have the potential to pick up another maybe inch, maybe 2 inches Tuesday night into Wednesday. So we'll keep an eye on to that coming into that time frame. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about that at this point. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So for us, in my opinion, I'm going to put us right into the basket of it's a milk and bread warning, guys. Get out to the store and pack it up. So be a nice Sunday to sit by a fire and have yourself a good time and just don't get stuck in the ditch. So, that's the best thing I can tell you. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfortable about that right now. Like I said, I told my wife I was coming out to look at the weather again, and she said, "Again, you've been out there quite a bit today." And I said, I know. I want to get this right. But like I said, I dug into the math today. I couldn't not do that. I don't think 10 to 1's appropriate for this storm system. I really think that we have to shoot into this a little bit differently. I think it's going to be a wetter, heavier snow. And I think we're going to deal with a heavier snow than what the models are currently showing. So only time will tell, really. So we're going to have to dig into this a little bit more Saturday as the storm's getting closer. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let's hope I'm not. If you love snow, this one's going to be for you. But right now for Huntington, I'm predicting we're going to see about 7 inches of snow on the ground when we get moving Sunday. So if you want to test my theory, I have a table in my backyard. We can do a video Sunday morning. I'll get the tape measure up. I always clean the table off, and then what we do, I make sure that it's not obstructed by any trees or anything like that. It gets the straight snowfall, and then yeah, it's about more than a foot off the ground, so that way it gets that good snow. It's cold first, and then yeah, we'll be able to see exactly where we are. So as I'm looking at the models right now, I've been looking at them all day. They're staying pretty consistent as of it is right now. If that low pressure does shift a little bit from where it is right now, a lot could change. But from what I'm seeing right now, I am in the basket for 7 inches. So that's where I'm at. All right. So I was really nervous putting that out there because it still feels like it's a little early for me to throw out a snow total for this weekend. I'm seeing people put out, anywhere between 3 and 7 inches. But once I feel comfortable throwing a number out there, I'm going to do it, and that's where I'm at right now. So we're in the category, I'm going to say 7 to 8 along that 24 corridor. But for Huntington proper, I'm going to say we're in the 7-inch category. So get your plows out, and we know it's going to start about 1 o'clock on Saturday. Dew points are right. Everything's looking good. If you have any questions, send us a message. If you get stuck, I'm going to make sure to get our phone charged up. We're going to be here for you. Just shoot us a message, but try to get your shopping and everything done before this system comes in, and we're going to get rocking and rolling, and we're going to go out and chase this sucker as well. I got to test my 4-wheel drive out anyway. So you thought it was going to be a nothing burger. Well, it's not looking like it right now, Kurt. So let's hope for the best. I've been wrong before. I nailed the last one. I'm hoping to nail this one. Man, I get nervous sometimes, and I know this isn't the exact time to be nervous, but it is what it is. I'm saying 7 inches for Huntington. Fort Wayne, 7 inches as well. Right around this 24 corridor, 7 inches. So let's rock this joint, and if I'm wrong, I'll die on that sword. But right now I'm seeing 7 inches. We'll update that again Saturday morning as the system gets a little closer, and then we'll jump on that from there. If you guys have any questions, I'll make a post on this as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Be more than happy to talk to you about it more. I'm going back to work tomorrow, and then we'll go from there. So keep in mind, don't get stuck in the ditch, and get that milk and bread ready. And I'll say it one more time because it looks like some people just joined back in. If you did just join in, I'm making a prediction as of right now for 7 inches come Sunday morning for this winter storm that we have coming through. I don't even know if they named it. Have they named it yet? Winter Storm Bellamy? That sounds like a lot of baloney. Bellamy. Winter Storm Bellamy. So if you're going to be out traveling this weekend, do it Friday. Do it Friday. That sounds like that's probably the best bet. So the HRRR is agreeing so far with the rest of the models coming up to Saturday. So things are looking pretty promising, guys. So feeling pretty good. Hope I don't regret it. But like I said, I'm calculating a little wetter than average snow, and we'll go from there. But it's going to be a wet atmosphere. I'm looking forward to it, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to get back inside. Looks like we've been on here for about 21 minutes. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your Thanksgiving. Enjoy that Black Friday shopping tomorrow. I'll be working. And if you need anything from Logan Tire, I will be there in Logansport, Indiana. Yeah, come see us. Have a great day. And like I said, I'll make an official post on our Facebook here in a moment. And that's what I'm seeing right now. Have a great night, guys.